back to American Truck Simulator. I am Ambassador Sterum, and today we're doing a quick little run down to El Paso, Texas. We're doing I want to do a little series here of filling in the map completely, of discovering all the cities. It's like when you go to the freight market, you got everything discovered. I've already done all of Texas and Oklahoma so far. I know I'm still a few states behind, but I was working my way over into New Mexico. I actually had a video recorded going from, where is it? Right there, Alamogordo down to Carlsbad, and I did a video with that whole run and everything, but turns out I had my audio set up wrong, so the video went fine, but there's no voice audio or anything. So complete redo. Everything else is pretty much what this is to go with it. But anyways, like I said, I want to start a little series of discovering all the cities. And as you can see, I still have a good chunk to discover, because I haven't done it all. Like the ones I have complete are Montana, Oklahoma, and Texas. And that's it. Other than that, I still have anything from a couple, like New Mexico, to a chunk like California. So that's basically what we're doing today. But like I said, since I screwed up with my audio with the last video on the last run, this run we're going back to somewhere we've already been, but that's okay. So yeah, we're just doing a quick little short run. I've already got it accepted. I am pretty much in front of the trailer, so we'll jump in here. And like I said, I am right in front of the trailer, so it's literally just a matter of we're gonna back into it, grab our load, and then we will hit the road. Once I correct this, because apparently I angled it a little bit wrong. And for anyone curious as to the truck, we are back in a Rezbilt today. I did finally go and get the updated version of the Th8a, so we do have that sitting in the garage if we want to take it for a run at some point. There is one of my Th8a I would love to take for a run. I think a lot of people would like it, but today we're just going to stick with the Th8a, or not Th8a, sorry, Rezbilt. And yeah, anyone curious or noticing, this is a different truck from my other one, my main one. Being main way to tell is the shorter frame. It is the shorter truck. Basically, I went in, it's like I kind of want pretty much like the same thing that I have, but I wanted another truck, and I wanted to change it up just a little bit without having to completely change my truck. So I went in and got another one, did pretty much the same thing. Like, it's still blue interior, and like, I don't usually do anything in the back, but reset. But it's pretty much the same as my normal Rezbilt. It's just a little bit shorter, so it's a little bit easier to maneuver in some of the yards. Some yards I find are absolutely fine with the stretch tracks. Like, I have no issues backing a trailer in. And then you get some, like the video I do believe before the last one, and that one was just an absolute pain to back into. Like, so when they do stuff like that, it's kind of like, alright, I know a real yard would actually have more room to be able to back into a spot than what they make, but you know, they gotta work with what they got, with the space and everything they have, so that's okay. Just makes it a little bit harder when it comes to backing in a trailer, that's all. So yeah, if you're curious, the truck is a Rezbilt. I'm running the 1066 horsepower 3408 Cat that's in JC's Amateur engine pack on Steam. Also, Rezbilt is on Steam, so you can find the pair of those no problem by just going into the workshop. Pardon me. That's a little loud. And then I do also have a couple other trucks hiding away in the garages. Stuff like International LT. I have an International 9900i. The Kenworth that we took on the last go around. And then also, pretty sure I picked up the new Mac Pinnacle that they released, so that's another one that's sitting in the garage. Plus I do have some other mod trucks like 567, the Pinnacle 567, there's the International LT, plus a few others, like I'm pretty sure I have a next gen T3pm, Western Star 57X Prime, I think is what it's called. So I definitely do have more trucks than just the Pete's. I like driving my Pete's. But if you guys would like to see something else that's not a big long nose, like I do have some more trucks, so feel free to drop a truck in the comments that you'd like to see me drive, and especially if it's on the Steam Workshop, I can most likely absolutely make that happen. If it's not on the Steam Workshop, that stuff becomes a little bit trickier, because then you have to deal with opening files, stuff like that, getting stuff moved to the mod folder. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's not horribly hard, it's just a little bit tedious at times, depending on what you're doing, because if you don't do it quite right, you'll go in and, like, the mod will mostly pop up, but you'll go in and, like, it won't work, so it'll crash the game, or, you know, just stuff like that, right? So, it's one of those things you gotta sit, work through, and figure out, so. The Steam trucks are a bit easier to work with on that, because you can just go in, click subscribe on them, and then you're good to go. Alright, let's see if anyone's gonna let us over here. Probably. Are you gonna let me sneak in? Okay. We're gonna sneak around him really quick. I probably should have waited, but oh well. I'm kind of a little bit on edge right now because I was a little irritated in my last video, because I literally sat here for 20 minutes, half hour recording everything else, and absolutely no audio, and it's like, well, darn, right? So, but all that aside, like I said, if you guys want to see me drive some different trucks, I'm going to hopefully start actually getting into a couple of the other states, so we'll be able to see some more scenery. Instead of, like, don't get me wrong, like, this is some really nice scenery. But it's nice to see everything else they've done, right? Like, I know, like, Oregon personally is a really good, really nice one for me. But that's also because I've actually been there in person. Like, I've actually been down to Oregon, and I've been to California, and been down to Washington, Nevada. For anyone curious, I am Canadian. That is why I say it like that. So, not just, can't quite just jump in the car and go, because, well, California from here is about a 2-3 day trip, and that's driving 10 hours a day, all 3 days, and yeah, so it's been quite a long time since I've got to go down, but what I remember, Oregon was definitely one of my favorite states for how nice it was. But that's also because there's I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but there's a cat park in Oregon. It's called Great Cats World Park. And it has all the... There we go. Oh, slow right down. There's a cat park in Oregon called Great Cats World Park that had the big cats like lions, tigers, cougars, leopards, snow leopards. Like I said, I'm not quite sure if it's still there because I haven't been down to the States since I think the last time I was down there was 2015, I'm pretty sure. Went down for Rock in Rio in Las Vegas, 2-day rock festival for my 18th birthday, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, like I haven't actually been down to the States for a good while, so like I said, I don't even know if that park is still there or any of the other stuff I would have done is still there. Saying earlier, tying it into the scenery and everything, it's nice to be able to, with how accurate they've been getting in, because they've been doing pretty good, SCS has. So with how accurate they've been getting it, I literally could go drive through Oregon and be like, oh hey, I've literally driven down this road, and it takes me back and I remember everything, right? So I do want to get into some of the other states and get some videos in there too, not just the southeastern corner that I've been doing, you know, Oklahoma, Texas, finishing that off. But I'm thinking I might turn this into a little series, but I'm thinking what I might do for that instead, for a little series, is I might just start another profile, throw a couple of mod trucks in there, and then start from scratch, and then discover the map and go till we 100% explore the map that we have available, right? That's just one of the ideas I've been thinking about brainstorming, and so if you guys would like to see something like that, definitely drop in the comments, let me know, along with, like I said earlier, different trucks you want to see driven, because, like, I do love my Pete, I do, but I know, even for as nice as my Pete is, change isn't always a bad thing. It's always nice to drive something different every once in a while. It's one reason, like I said earlier, why I built this one, as opposed to just taking out my Rezbilt I already have built. It's a little bit of a change, but it's not quite a full change, so it's not as drastic. But I am definitely up to driving some newer gen trucks. Like, I do have some trucks that aren't just all long nose Pete's or Kenworths. Looks like we're coming in. We got 9 miles left, so I think we're even coming in a shorter time than the last one was, which works out, because I've been trying to cut the videos down in size a little bit, because I know trying to sit there and watch a guy drive a truck for 20 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes can be a bit long sometimes. Believe me, I get it, I do. So that's why I really like trying to do short trips, just so I can hopefully keep the duration down a little bit. But one of these days I would like to actually jump on and either do a stream or do a good long video and one nice long trip from like the bottom corner of Texas to like the top corner of like Washington or something like that, right? Like a good long trip. But that will be probably some point in the future, and there will definitely be a warning on that video. That'll be a look at the title. Okay, long video, really long trip, just so you guys have the heads up. Jump back in the cab here, pull that down all the way. Having the over 1,000 horsepower is the get up and go and being able to just take off. Not to mention the hills when you're on the highway, being able to only have to just split your gear or maybe drop a gear is really nice, as opposed to having to drop like 3 or 4 gears. Be at that back gate over there, so that shouldn't be too bad to get into. probably gonna be up front. Like right in here. Okay, that's not horrible. We can manage that, but we're gonna loop around before we do. Nice loop, and then pretty much back straight in. Pretty much a back straight in. Not quite. But that's okay. And over again. I know they're okay with it there. I'm not quite okay with it there. It's one of those moments of you look at it and it's like, yeah, I could do that better, hang on. There we go. That's a lot better. Down real quick, uncouple that, and let this do its thing. Never gets old watching that experience bar go up. Starts off slow for the first couple, and then goes real fast, and then just stop. But yeah, that's where we're gonna call that for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you everyone for joining me. And like I was saying earlier, if you guys want to see more trucks than just the Rezbilt and the Th8a, like the Peterbilt and Kenworth style trucks, the long nose, even for as much as we all love them. If you guys want to see something else, let me know. Drop it in the comments, and depending on what it is, I will definitely see what I can do about getting a video out with it in it. So yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see, where you guys want to go next, if I should start another sub-series of the ATS series for filling in the map, and whether I should start new or just finish off the one I got, because I'm like almost halfway there already. So just drop in the comments, let me know. And again, thank you everyone for joining in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way down and out, and I will see everyone next time. Thank you. I have been Ambassador Th8a, signing off.